Yeah, you know, I've been watching Austin Cindric behind Allmendinger here. Oh, he got a spin.
Jeb Burton goes sideways.
Gonna get the inside wall. Ooh, that's big damage.
Our onboard camera here showing it all. It's just really tough at Texas, Joey, when you
Sing with the aid of Josh Berry.
Ooh, looks like he might have got just a little bit of help.
Yeah, he definitely got some help there. You know, what happens is packing air on him before that. So tight, right? And it's making his car loose, so he's needing to check up. Well, as he checks up, Josh Berry's just getting closer. And then eventually you run into each other. And I don't think there's anything intentional there, but unfortunately for Jeb, he's probably not going to be too happy about it.
Can you blame him?
Looks like he almost was going to be able to bring it back around.
See the safer barrier buckling in. That's a good sign for those fans at home might not be familiar that the barrier is pushing in and dissipating energy. So that would have been a much harder hit without that.
Now we ride with Jeb, looking back at Josh off of 2.
Oh, you can hear him lifting, Joey. Yeah, he was definitely loose with that car behind him and didn't take much.
Yeah, once you start lifting because you're loose,
A.J.
wrecking on the front stretch.
Myatt Snider.
Big wreck down the front stretch, 5 car.
And it will be our 5th caution of the day.
Mills.
Ooh. It's like, I think that's Greg Gaulding. Took a pretty big hit down in turn 1 as well. He took a couple hits.
Yeah, there's the 52 of Gaulding driving for Jimmy Means.
23 involved.
Tanner Berryhill had just got.
This is going to happen towards the middle back part of the racetrack, and there you see
that red and yellow car. That's Gaulding sideways.
So these cars started wrecking off of turn 4 and didn't stop all the way to turn 1. There's about half a dozen cars involved here. On board with Jeb Burton. You see the crash happening in front of him. Nice job being smart and patient, letting the wreck kind of unfold, picking your lane and driving on.
That's the hit down there at the bottom.
Car, the hood up, some debris is going to come flying by. Oh, just a rear bumper cover. Don't mind us.
See what happened here.
Got the white car here getting loose. I think that's Stefan Parsons.
Yeah, that's Parsons.
It looks like Jeffrey's going to try to get underneath him while he's spinning, and they just make contact, and he gets caught up in it. I believe that's one of them their racing deals.
That we just had moments ago. And just as I say that, the caution going to come out again. This is the 15 of Colby Howard.
So he's got a little bit of damage to the right rear there.
See what happened here. Just really high. Really high. And here's what happened here, guys. Like,
it's already got some damage, though, so maybe something happened before this, Joey.
Maybe, but he was definitely very high up in that traction compound, and that's the part of the racetrack that no one is running. Here's where he hit the wall earlier. Yeah, that's going to make it a lot looser when you get down to every, feeling that you have to work through it.
Oh, we got a big
Here's a caution for you.
And this will be caution number 9. We talked about Myatt Snider, and he had it get away from him.
Like he was running around P15, P16 when this accident happened. We've seen this backstretch of Texas has ate some cars up today, cars and trucks.
Need a little help.
He's leaking a little bit. Here you see off of turn 2.
Oh, he got some help.
Oh boy.
Was that the 8 car?
Yeah, Josh Berry
behind him.
Well, and they were feeling the pressure of those cars behind them, some that had pitted. Oh, man, that was a wicked hit.
A pretty decent hit there.
This is not going to be a very good post race for Josh Berry by the looks of it. There's a couple guys that are looking like they might be a little angry.
Saw Michael Annette coming from behind them, and he was another driver that had come down at lap 135 and taken tires, so he was getting aggressive trying to move through as well.
Look how big this hit is. You always know it's a big hit when the rear tires come off the ground. That's just the energy transfer.
Yeah, as a car goes sideways like that, it gets light, and then you load all that weight up in the front and comes up.
Let's see if we can get another view that shows the contact. It looks like the 8 car might have gotten the back of him, but
he was letting Austin know when he was going to.
We're going to get another shot at this guy's crash. The 20 car. We're
going to go to overtime. Burton, who won the race here on the final lap in October, brings out the caution for the 10th time.
Whoa, that's a big one right there. And Harrison Burton as well really did not need this.
Window net is down.
It's just a
And how
track
flat
is so
it is.
wide. It's like your angle to the wall gets worse when the track has a wall that's so far away from the racing groove. And almost like you accelerate to it at the same time, Joey. It's hard to explain, but
we've seen things like that. I mean, think of like a Loudon, right, where
Yeah.
it's fairly wide from the groove where it is, and some of the biggest hits happen there.
and that was a big one. Over end of this car is destroyed. Jamie, what have you got?
Yeah, I was just listening to Harrison Burton's radio there, and he said he just got really loose all of a sudden, and he's not sure if one of the tires was maybe going down. You know, he last pitted on lap 111, so those tires were pretty old.
Yeah, it's always hard to say. And
It starts going sideways, and it gets higher and higher into that PJ1. There is no saving this car for Harrison Burton.
The one thing I noticed on the replay there is not too far in front of Harrison, Noah Gregson